Alrighty, hello. This is about an issue I've been having a problem with here lately, and some others may also be kind of having the same issue because Twitch recently changed their policies from letting you keep like an infinite amount of highlight videos to only being able to have 100 hours of video saved on their servers total. I said that only affects like 1% of their people, but apparently, well, I know my wife and I and a friend of mine are all affected. Uh, I've actually been working on it. I started at like 1,600 hours over the limit. I still got 1,000 hours, but that makes it difficult to get all this stuff transferred, especially if there's errors in the transfer. The process of exporting is usually pretty easy, but if it starts messing up, then you're all screwed up. You have to keep going back, figuring out which ones didn't transfer those, delete. It just becomes a nightmare. All right. So let me uh, run out of text there. See where I left off. 75, 74. 06, 73, 74, 75, and 75. Okay, so what is seeming to make it go smoother is when I go to hit export. This is how I'm doing it now. I was doing it kind of randomly. Right click, delete, highlight. Then I click down in the description and I go back because I was just copying this down here and pasting it. And a lot of videos are failing. Forget to mark private unless you want it to go straight to public. I think maybe what was happening is it might have been getting an invisible character. Just it's an example of an invisible character. Let's see, I've got a little ping Google thing here. Text for
Watch out!
checking for package loss. I just paste this in here. Yep, I must have done something wrong. Right click, copy. Paste. Why the hell isn't it working? Copy.
Watch out!
Paste. Okay. You see, it just does nothing there. Just sets it, waits for me to hit enter. And if I hit enter, there's that. Now, if we do that again, now the simple text or notepad is often used for things where you don't want any extra embedded invisible characters and things. But see, I've gone from this line and gone up and hit copy. So what I've done is actually copy an invisible carriage return or enter button. And
watch out
again. Paste, and it automatically starts going because as far as program is concerned, I have input this and I have also hit enter because that invisible carriage return is copied in there. You can get, if you've ever like taken a text document from a PC and put it on an old Mac, you'll find all these little squares and things. It's like, because the Mac doesn't know what to do with the invisible embedded characters. So it just registers them as gibberish. Anyway, I thought maybe that's what was happening, is that it was getting something in there, and the way that I was doing my copy and paste and back and forth and things, delete. Like hitting enter doesn't really do anything here. So like going over here to this field to get that to register that that has changed. Because otherwise, who does? I don't know what it's doing. And there we go. And so far, these have been going without a hitch for a couple of days in a row now after having it just fail like every 2 or 3 videos. And I did like dozens of videos. So, yeah. This may just be, maybe they fixed something on their end and it's just working now. What I didn't, I wanted to put this up because there's a lot, the only things I could find were it would put up a thing with that particular error text. YouTube process state abandoned. The video could not be processed. It would be in red here somewhere, and it would have a little link. You could click that and go to a FAQ about various problems. None of the problems were the error code that you have. Therefore, they're useless. Tried to search for it and get things about like, maybe it's your browser cache, site cache. Maybe you need to shut down other processes. All of the information seemed to be going along the idea that my computer is actually what's doing the processing, and therefore the problem must lie somewhere in my browser on my computer, Windows. But to my knowledge, my computer has absolutely nothing to do with exporting from Twitch to YouTube. I mean, once I hit that OK, it's all up to the Twitch servers to send data to YouTube. YouTube gets the data, apparently processes it in various ways to have it at different resolutions. That's not done on my machine. My machine can be shut down. So all of these things that we're saying basically fix your computer are useless. My computer can't fuck up the process unless it's happening here in this little situation where um, if something like I would say like an invisible character getting in there, some kind of corruption introduced by however I was going back and forth, control clicking, or whatever I was doing, if that was somehow embedding something in here that YouTube wouldn't be able to process correctly, then that could crash it out. That's the only way my stuff could really actually do anything. Well, that's not very helpful. I don't know what that date is. Man, it is hard to do very descriptive titles. YouTube's limit is 100 characters, which sounds like a lot of characters, but this is 77. And it's barely enough to say what it is. A lot of times it isn't enough to say what it is. That's primarily why I am just copying this information and pasting it into the description. Is that, like, if I were to copy this, I would probably chop off the date. Or if it was a little longer, it would chop off the date. Well, this was transferred over to be a highlight on the 29th, but it was recorded on the 6th of the 7th month. So trying to have things kind of in order of how they, when they were made. And so, yeah, keeping the dates helps with that. Having part 1, part 2, part 3, that can be actually a little bit confusing if you end up with lots of parts. So, the date is always there. Anyway, that is basically all I wanted to share, just in case it happened to help anybody else. Highlight, right click, delete, go back, right click copy, right click paste. Maybe pigeon magical thinking, I don't know. But it's working, so that's what we're doing right now. Oh, let's play my outro music. Then I'm going to eat some ramen and maybe do a guitar video, which would be much more interesting. Like maybe shimmying some saddles. Doesn't that sound fun? Uh-oh. Seems like voice meter banana has lost. Oh no, it didn't lose it. Just had that muted. I don't know why, but voice meter likes to lose a couple of my mics sometimes. Now I'm having to mic my amplifier because my other amplifier that had the direct output I could have hooked up to my computer got damaged by electrical storm. So I dug out my 5150 that I've had since the 90s. And been using that. Just a rock and roll, yeah. All right, take care, have fun, have a great upcoming weekend, and see ya later, alligator.